Alright, welcome back to the channel. Warhammer Man back in the studio with another completed commission. This is an expansion commission for an existing Custodes army. This is our third and final wave for the main army. So we've already taken care of all the troops and a bunch of the other stuff, your main units. And now we're just adding on some of the agamantine, I believe it's called, Jetbikes. And then we have the Terminators. A lot of this is like the 30k stuff, but it's all Forge World for this set. And then obviously as well 4 more Venatari. So this is going to be 10 total Venatari for this commission. And then 6 of these bikes. We got a bunch of the other bikes. We got a bunch of the standard Terminators. And then here's 6 of the Forge World like 30k style Terminators as well. And then we've got a couple of objective markers, tons and tons of magnetizations for this setup as well, so that all the options basically are available to swap between. So as you can see though, this is more of the elites fast attack, kind of like filling out of the army to go on top of the core forces that we've already completed. So let's take a closer look and see what we got going on here. So just to start off right here, we have our objectives. This is our objective marker 1. Pretty simple. Just a little escaped like drop pod, landed, and then we've got like the little Custodes knife, kind of opened it up to try to figure out what's going on or something like that. But this is our objective 1. Nothing too crazy, just a standard little objective marker. And then here we have objective 2. This one just has like the 2 cross spears and a shield. And again, we just do it on our ruin style base, just so it matches everything else. Again, nothing too crazy, just a little bit of like a theme style objective marker. And then finally, custom objective marker 3. We have 2 of the spears, and then obviously the Vexilla as well, with the shield in the middle. And then this one just has a Terminator's helmet. And pretty cool overall. Just try to make them like a little distinguishable, and then obviously want them to be somehow like 1, 2, and 3. So, once I kind of give you that brief explanation, it kind of makes sense. And of course, you could run them however you wanted. You could draw a little 1, 2, 3 on them if you wanted or whatever, but that's just how I designed them. So they would be cool, custom, and distinguishable. All right, and then next we'll just take a look at the custom Venatari. Nothing too crazy on the actual paint jobs, just sort of like your standard scheme to go along with like the setup that we've been doing for this army. Obviously the white armor with lots of gold and then silver accents as well, and then like the green gems and glows and everything. But one of the main, most important things, obviously, is that these are in fact magnetized, so that you can swap out the options. So the key was obviously to be able to use the spears as well as the shield and pistols. Obviously, because we only get so many of the shoulder pads, wanted to just magnetize the arms and be able to swap those out, because obviously we don't have extra shoulder pads for each guy to be able to magnetize like the arms more of a standardized way with the shoulder pads attached. So. And each guy's a little bit unique, all the custom bases again, ruin temple style, nice little highlights and everything, low lights. The white is done with the contrast paints as well as the blue. And then we use like the tesseract glow technical for the green, and then put like a little dot of green or white on there to kind of make it stand out. Nothing too crazy with these bros, but obviously very cool models. And then obviously the flying stands give them like a little bit more of like that dynamic pose. And then if you don't like a certain pose or whatever, or you have 2 of the same, you just swap the weapons on them to a different set so that no 2 models are the same. Last but not least of these 4 bros right here. And in the first set, we actually did one up with like the special shoulder pads as well. So he looked more like a shield captain or ornate like squad leader or whatever, in case that ever becomes a thing in the future. Very cool models. Definitely recommend them. From what I understand, they are pretty good in game terms. Just that extra little speed and flexibility, and then still being a infantry. All right, and then next we have our Terminators here as well. These are like the Forge World style Terminators, or like 30k Terminators. A little bit different than the traditional ones. Again, obviously the white armor paint scheme with lots of gold and silver, and then the blue accents. And now these ones have two different options. They have like the Infernus flamer things, and then like a lightning claw, single claw. So again, we wanted to swap them out and have the options available. So in this case, again, we did the shoulder pads the same way. So the shoulder pads are attached to the model, and then the magnets are in the torso. And then you have the ability to swap out you have the ability to swap out the power fist and the pistol as well. So, and then there's two different variants for the pistol. So in this case, we have the one, and then that actually can be removed at the wrist. And then we can swap on the other pistol option as well. So in this case, all the potential options that are usable with these models can be swapped in and out at will. So that was a stipulation the client wanted. And of course, more magnets, the more work, but it's definitely doable. And now depending, rules changes or game configurations or whatever, it's no problem to swap between them all. So obviously, nice little perk. Put in the extra work, paint a couple extra things, and then you have all the options permanently available. So in this case, 6 of these in total, again with the ruin style bases. These are like the 50 millimeter, slightly larger than your traditional Custodes bases. And again, everything is completely magnetized. Tesseract glow for like the eyes and some of the glowing bits. And then like your typical like Retributor Armour, Leadbelcher, and then the Talassar blue with the white contrast paint as well. So, and there's 3 different poses for these. Each set of 3 comes with like the 3 different sets options, and then 3 different fists, 3 different claws, 3 different of the Infernus flamers, and then 3 of each of the pistol arms as well. So, and again, everything is just swappable, and then like slightly posable. Obviously, there's some limitations because again, we only have the 3 shoulder pads, 3 sets of shoulder pads, so they have to be mounted to the guy, and then small magnets are put inside of the actual arms and the torso as well. All right, next we have the Jetbikes as well. So again, put the magnets onto the bases and then onto the actual bike itself. So then we have the rider and bike connected by the magnet for easy transport. And these are obviously painted up in the same color scheme as well. And then after that, the options just keep on rolling. So we have our like lance or spear arm next. Again, magnetized for easy transport. And obviously very cool models. Very, very cool models. Definitely a fan of them. We did like the glow on the screen. And then like the little screen on their arm and like the little bubbles on the side there as well. Very cool. Very happy with how they came out overall. And then the final option on these guys, we have our choice of weapons. So we went ahead and put a small magnet down inside there, and then a small magnet on the bottom of this. Made sure everything lines up. And then of course you have the option to swap out the guns accordingly. So again, 3 different options on these. It's like a heavy bolter, a las cannon, and I'm honestly not sure what the other one is. But having the ability to swap between those. Very cool, obviously. So once again, you have the easy transportability. All of the actual options available for your models. So you don't have to commit to one and then later on determine that you wish you would have picked another one, or have like a bunch of the same models painted up. If you want 6 of these guys, you want every configuration available, you got it, and then you can just swap between the magnetized bits. So very cool, very happy with how they came out. These models are excellent. This was my first time building them, and while they are kind of finicky and there's a lot to the resin cleaning and straightening bits out and the whole process, they do look very nice overall when they're finished. Lots and lots of detail, and the actual bodies and everything are more of like the traditional Custodes looking bodies. So but as you can see, came out very nice. So